Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to make this beach blouse Daisy. It's very easy to make. I call it Daisy too because it's exactly the same in the front as the summer blouse Daisy and the summer dress Daisy. But this one is more like for the beach, like swimming suit cover up in the front, for bikini or swimming suit, or just to put it on with shorts, a skirt, for those hot summer days. It's very easy to make. It's exactly the same as the summer blouse Daisy. You have to make one of those pieces of the two of them because we only need it for the front. I'm gonna leave here the link of part 1 and 2 of the summer blouse Daisy. So you're gonna do the circle of the flower from the part 1, and for the part 2 you're gonna do the first row of brook lace, and when you start the second row of the brook lace for the strap, we're gonna change that a little bit just in the strap and the top because they are wide, and then they go narrow until they're nice and narrow in the top to make the straps for the back. The rest is exactly the same all the way around except on the straps. So now I'm going to give you the list of material you're going to need to make this beautiful beach blouse Daisy. To make this beach blouse Daisy, I'm going to use the same yarn that I used for the other two videos that I made. This one is a variation of the summer blouse or the summer dress Daisy. So this is the third installment with the same design on the front, but a little bit different on the rest. The yarn I'm going to use is from Loops and Thread, Wool-like, Simili-Lane. It has 100 grams. It is 85% acrylic, 15% nylon. The color is 10 and is super fine 1. This one is again from Loops and Thread, Wool-like, Simili-Lane. 100 grams, 85% acrylic, 15% nylon, and the color is chocolate and is super fine 1. The crochet hook that you're going to use depends on the size of the blouse that you're going to make. You can use from a 3mm to a 3.5 for a small to a medium, a 4mm for a large, and a 4.5 for those ones that want to make it just a little bit bigger than a large. You're gonna need tapestry needle, scissor, and 6 marker. We're gonna do from the summer blouse Daisy, the part 1 and some of the part 2. Here I have a piece that I have done in the same color of the dress. I made this one a little bit too big, so I decided to use a smaller crochet hook for mine. So this one is done with the 4mm for a large, so I had lost a little bit of weight, so that's why I have to use a 3.5 for me. But this one is perfect for a large. So you're gonna go to those two videos and you're gonna do the part 1. It's the flower, the circle of the flower, and in the part 2 is where I show how to do the brook lace. You're only gonna do this part of the brook lace, the first one. Okay, so everything else, the last row, gonna be the one with the strap, gonna be a little bit different. So you're only gonna need one of these panels for that. So go ahead, go to those videos and make this part, and then I will meet you here when I have mine done, and we're going to continue with the blouse. It's very easy, very fast. You can make this in a day. So for the centerpiece, the flower part, I'm going to use the 10 color, and for the brook lace I'm going to use the chocolate. Once you finish your piece like this, you're going to place the marker. I got myself from this flower here and this loop in the center. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6 I place the marker, and the same to the other side. I left 2 for separation, and in the next one I place the marker. 11 for separation, and in number 12 I place the marker. The same the other side, 11, and then in the number 12 I place the marker. Now we're going to do the last row of brook lace, and we're going to create the strap for the back. We're going to start exactly the same. I chain 4 for my 4 double crochet, 5 for the loop, and I did my 4 double crochet. I chain 2, and I'm going to come here between these 2 markers, and it's exactly the same as the other top. The only difference that the strap going to be narrow in the top. That way it's narrow for the strap that we're going to create for the back. Chain 2, turn your work around, and continue working doing the brook lace. Remember, it's the first time that you come to see this video. You have to go to the first summer blouse that I did, the summer blouse Daisy, and you had the instruction how to do this part so far. Chain 5, turn your work around, chain 2, and you're going to come here, and you're going to continue working until you get to the marker, and then when we go up the strap I will start to make it smaller. Now after we finish attaching to the last loop of the marker, you do 1 loop on this side, and then when it's the first one in the inside that you do your 5 chain, you're going to turn your work around and you're going to do a decrease. You're going to do a double crochet, and then in the next one you're going to do a double crochet, but you don't going to finish that double crochet. You have 2 loops on your hook. In the next one you do a double crochet, but you have 3 loops in your hook, and now you're going to close those 3 loops, and like that you did a decrease. Now you're going to do another double crochet. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work around. Now you're going to do 3 double crochet. Remember, all this time we've been working with 4, now we have 3 here. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around, and now you're going to do a decrease. You're going to do a double crochet. Now you're going to do the decrease in the next 2. You're going to do a double crochet, but you don't going to finish. You have 2 loops, and the next one. Now you have 3 loops. You're going to close those 3 loops. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around, and now you're going to do 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Now you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around, and you're going to do a decrease. You're going to do a double crochet. You're not going to finish. You have 2 loops. The same in the next one. A double crochet. Now you have 3 loops, and you're going to close those 3 loops. You're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around. Now you're going to do 1 double crochet in the center, and like that. You see? You're going to chain 5, turn your work around, and you're going to do a double crochet on top of that double crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work around and do a single crochet, and do a double crochet on top of that double crochet. Let me count. In the inside I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to have 5 loops of 5. So this is the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Turn my work around, do a double crochet in the center. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn my work around. Now I'm gonna do a double crochet, but now instead of chaining 5 to turn my work around, I'm gonna work to turn my work back down the strap. So you have to count. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 other loops, and then the one that's gonna be number 6, you're gonna chain 2 for separation, 1 for that single, 1 for that 1 double crochet, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over. You're gonna go to that one chain. You see you have 1, 2, and then the third one you're gonna do a double crochet. Now you're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna come down here, and in that loop of 5 you're gonna do a single crochet. You're gonna chain 1 and 2, turn your work around and do 1 double crochet on top of that double crochet. We are repeating exactly the same what we did in the way up. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work around and do 1 double crochet on top of that double crochet. Chain 2, and you do a single crochet. You have to continue doing that with only 1 until you get to the point where you have to do 2. You see, I have to do 1 more, and in the next one I have to do 2 double crochet. So I'm going to do that one, and I will show you how to continue. And so far will look like this. I don't know how to put it with this chocolate color here in the outside. After you have 1, 2, 3 loops, and that same in the space where you did the first double crochet, you're going to do another one. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to come here, and you're going to do a single crochet. Now if you look at your piece, you'll have 2 double crochet on this side and 2 in this one. You see, 2 and 2. The next one will be again 2 and 2, and the next one 2 and 2. The other one will be 3, because you have to look, because you're doing a decrease, but really you have 3 posts. The decrease is in the top, so you have to do an increase in here. That way you have exactly the same amount of post in your work on the other side. You see, I have 2 here, but I have 3 here, 3 here, 4 here, and then 4 more here. When it's time to do the increase of 3, remember you have to do the increase in the first stitch from the inside, because you did the decrease in the inside of the piece. So here in the first one I'm going to do 1 double crochet, and in the same space I'm going to do another one. Now in the next one I'm going to do just 1 double crochet, and you're going to continue. Now the next one will be 3 again, 3, and then 4 and 4. The strap gonna look like this. Look at how nice that strap look. More wider here and narrow to the top. Why I want it narrow to the top? Because in the back I want to do a thin straps to cross in the back. But if you do a thick one, don't gonna look right. And if you do a thick one here and then you attach a thin strap in the center, don't gonna look right. A white piece here with a little thing in the middle. So it has to be like this. You see? Once you get to this part here where you work in the last loop, you don't have any more here, you're gonna jump, you chain 2, and you're going to jump to this one here past the marker. You're going to do a single crochet there, and then you're going to continue working one more, and when you are in the next one, we'll close this here together. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So number 6, 7 with number 8, they'll be attached together, and I will show you that when I get there. So you have to do this one and one more in here. Once you're going to start loop number 8, you're only going to chain 2 instead of 5. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is supposed to be number 8. I only have 2 chain. I'm going to turn my work around, and I'm going to pass the hook through the first loop and the second loop. I'm going to grab the yarn and I pass it through those 3 loops on the hook. I'm going to chain 1 to close that stitch. Now I'm going to chain 2 more, 1 and 2. I'm going to turn my work around, and I'm going to continue with my 4 double crochet, one on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to do a single crochet in the next one. You see, like that you're going to continue now attaching to here, and then doing your 5 in the outside like you've been doing till now. You see, in the outside where it's not attached, you do your 5. When it's attached, it's 2 and a single crochet, and like the corner will look like that. Let's see. You're going to continue working like that until you get to the one before the marker. When we get to that one, I will show you how to do again this on the other side, and then how to do the other strap that is exactly the same as this one. When you go to this part where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loops, and you're done the last ones in here that you only have, the next one will be this one with the marker, you're going to start working in the air. So now we have to close those 3 in here, and you will have only 6 loops open in the center. You're going to turn your work around, and you're going to pass the hook through the one and second one like that. You're going to pass your yarn through those 3 loops on the hook, and you're going to chain 1 to close that stitch, and 2 more. After you chain those 2, you're going to turn your work around, and you're going to do your 4 double crochet again. After you do that row of 4 double crochet, you're going to start with a decrease again. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around, and you're going to do 1 double crochet. You're going to do another double crochet, but you don't want to finish that one. You have 2 loops. You go to the next one. You have 3 loops. You're going to close those 3 loops, and you do the last double crochet. Again, you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to do your 3 double crochet, and then in the next row, you're going to do the decrease from 3 to 2. And like that, you're going to continue doing exactly the same as we did on the other side. I'm going to show you now with some white yarn, just this little piece here. That way you can see clear exactly how to do that strap, because everything else is exactly the same brook lace. I'm going to demonstrate with the white yarn how it is that you're going to do the strap. That way you can see a little bit more clear. Once you have your 4th double crochet and you chain 5 to turn your work around, when it's time to do the first decrease, you're going to do 1 double crochet, and then in the next 2 we're going to do a decrease. So you're going to do a double crochet. You don't want to finish. You have 2 loops. You go to the next one. You have 3 loops, and you're going to close those 3 loops, and like that you do a decrease. Now you go to the last one and do a double crochet. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around, and you're going to do your 3 double crochet now. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around, and now you're going to decrease to 2. You're going to do 1 double crochet, you want to finish the double crochet. Now you go to the next one, you do a double crochet, you don't finish, you have 2 loops, and the last one. Now you have 3. You're going to close those 3 loops. You're going to chain 5, then you work around, and now you're going to do 2 double crochet. Now you're going to chain 5, then you work around. Now you're going to decrease to 1. You do a double crochet, you don't finish, you do the next one, and you finish those 3 loops like this. You're going to chain 5, then you work around and do 1 double crochet. Chain 5, then you work around and do 1 double crochet. Remember, you have to keep track to the amount of loops that you are creating in the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, in the inside is 5 and the outside 6. When it's time to do the number 6 in the inside is when you're going to turn your work around. For example, I'm going to pretend that I have already my 5, that this is the beginning of number 6 in the inside. So you're going to do 2 chain for separation, 1 for the single crochet, excuse me, 1 for the double crochet, and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I keep saying single because it's just 1. Okay, now I'm going to do the double crochet in here, chain 2, and go to the 5 loops, the 5 chain loop, and do a single crochet. Chain 2, turn the work around, and do 1 double crochet. Chain 5, and again. You're going to continue repeating exactly what you did in the way up, but when you go on the way down, you have to do increases and instead of decreases. So here I had to do 2. You see, 2 in that space, 2 in the next one, 3 in the next one, because you have to see the amount of posts that you have in here. You see, and 3 in that one, 4 in this one, and 4. So I just wanted to show you how it's done with the lighter yarn, that way you can see, have a better look to it. I wanted to remind you that in the inside you have to have 5 loops. In the inside of the collar and in inside between the 2 straps. It's 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the outside part that go to the arm is where you're going to have 6 from the marker. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the outside, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the inside, because this is the inside part of the strap. Now I'm going to start for the outside. I'm going to do my chain 2 for separation, my chain for the double crochet, and the chain 5 for the loop. And then when I continue working here, when I work in the space of the marker, you will count that you will have 6 loops on the outside. Here what I did is the same as I did here when I ran out of space to put it together. I came here to the one on the marker. So if you count, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 loops in the outside after you attach the one in the marker. Now you're going to continue attaching here and here, and in this marker you're going to do 2 loops in that space, and the same in the other 3 outside markers. So in those 4 markers you have to have 2 loops on each, exactly as we did the other top. The only difference from this in the other one is the straps here on the top, and for this one we only need 1 piece. So working these 2, I'm going to show you how to do 2 in that space, and you will do exactly the same one for each loop, only in the marker you do 2. With my first loop and the first marker here, chain 2, do my workaround, 4 double crochet, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn my work around, for double crochet, chain 2. Now again I'm gonna do that loop inside that same chain space, chain 2, turn my work around, and I'm gonna continue working. When it's time to do the next loop, it will be in the next space. And this one here. When I turn my work around, it will be in here, and then there. And you're gonna continue, and then in the next space with the marker you will do 2 loops exactly the same as I did here. You see, you have to have 2 loops like that. And then after you work all the way around and you do your 2 loops in here, you're gonna finish in the outside. You're gonna cut your yarn, leaving a little tail, chain 1, you pass it through, and then you will sew together the 2 ends here. And after that I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do the straps. It's gonna be a very easy long piece. Don't gonna be like chain or single crochet. They're gonna be made of double crochet. That way it's nice and easy and fast. I'm gonna work on the strap. This is the right side. I did a slip knot, or a slip knot, and I'm gonna secure that there. And I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm gonna do a double crochet in here. I'm gonna chain 3 and turn my work around, and I'm gonna do a double crochet on top of this double crochet. Chain 3, turn my work around, and do a double crochet in here. Like that. Chain 3, turn my work around. You see, it's nice and easy and fast. You're gonna do a very long strap, like probably around 1 meter. So you're gonna work like that all the way until you decide the length that you desire to crisscross in the back. You're gonna do the same in both straps. I did my straps 1 meter long, and then when I tried to cross them in the back, it wasn't long enough. So to give it a solution, what I'm gonna do, see if I can find the end of my, there. I'm gonna do a slip knot, and I'm gonna come here at the tip where I finish. I'm gonna pass it through one of the chain space in the top, and I'm gonna continue working 1, 2, 3 chain, and beside that one, on top of the double crochet, I will do the double crochet, and later on I just lose that tail, and I continue working like I didn't cut the yarn. 1, 2, and 3. Turn my work around and continue increasing the length of the strap. Remember, around, it had to be more than 1.5 meters if you're making this for an adult. That's a good length. The meter maybe for a kid if you're making a small ones. like that. But you don't see, only because the tail is here, you see the change of the stitch. The strap's gonna look like this. Look how nice they look in the top. Just like that. And I made this 1.5 meters around that. So I'm gonna flip it. This is the inside up. And I'm gonna get the tip at this one. And I'm gonna come here on this side. Here, I had the marker, and this one here, I'm gonna pass through there. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Crossing this one to the other side. It's like doing a shoelace. So you're gonna pass it through these little loops here. Now I'm gonna count 3, 4, and I will put the next, this one and this side. And you're gonna be crossing them back and forth until you get to the next marker. So when you get there, you will have finished your beach blouse or swimming suit cover up or tank top, whatever you want to call it, summer blouse. It's very easy, very practical for those very hot summer days. So now I'm going to finish doing this, and I will show you the end result. Before I show you the end result, I wanted to show you the amount of yarn that I have left. Remember, they were 100 grams each, and I think I have 70 grams left on each ball of yarn. I hardly use any. Look, they're nice and full. This is very good for those ladies that make some of these products for sale. You will have a good result out of 2 balls of yarn. You will get quite a few of those pieces. So they're the same color, but you can use it in different combination, the 2 color, and make probably 3 or 4 different, the same but different color combination. For example, this one that I use here, it was done with the light color in here and the dark here. Well, you can do another one with the dark here and the light here. Another one with the dark, the light here, dark strap here, this one, and this one light. A dark one, a light one, and a dark one. So you can do different combination. They are done with the same color, but they will look a little bit different. Well, here is the end result. They look really, really nice with a bikini top and a skirt, or a pair of shorts, or a bikini bottom, whatever you like to wear the top with. Now I'm going to show you the back of the piece. And here is the back. It looks really, really nice and fresh. Well, I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you have any question, you can go to my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, and you can send me a picture there too. I'm gonna do another bikini, but the bottom part cover up with the same combination of color as this one, just in case you guys want to do the set. That will be my next video. Well, have a beautiful day. Bye.